Unfiltered. Like you're in another world, like you zoned out.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Unfiltered. I'm your host, Georgii Speakman. Today's episode is a love letter to curiosity, to bravery, to the power of choosing connection over comfort. So let's get into it. Well, last night I went to 3 events, just like my LA days. One was more corporate and more conservative. The second was more lifestyle driven and a little cooler. And the final one was like a cozy little jazz gathering, more intimate vibes, all wildly different scenes, all with completely different people. And I showed up to each one fully, openly, and as my best self. But here's the thing, it was all about curiosity. I listened to people's stories, I asked a lot of questions. I shape shifted not by changing who I am, but by leaning into the energy of the room, into the people who stood before me. And as a result, I walked away with new connections, deeper understanding, and a massive expansion of my network, all in under 12 hours. Now, I've spoken on this subject matter before, but it's definitely worth repeating because I kind of stand by this, which is curiosity is a bridge. It's a bridge between fear and connection, between judgment and empathy, between staying in our lane and stepping into whole new worlds with grace, style, excitement, and curiosity. So many women I meet, brilliant, thoughtful, capable women, often hold back in rooms where they feel like they don't belong or they stick to their own kind or own pack because it's a safe place. Well, why? Well, ultimately, it's actually because of fear. It's fear of being judged, fear of looking unqualified, fear of asking the wrong question, and so on. Fear of being the only one who looks or sounds a little different. But here is what I've personally learned on my journey. Fear has never helped me grow. Rather, it's served as a catalyst to push me closer to curiosity. How can I be better, do better, feel better, and so on. So when you lean into curiosity, you give yourself permission to be a student of life. And when you ask others to share their story, their perspective, their culture, and their way of being, you learn. You evolve, you expand what's possible. So, this is especially critical, just in my humble opinion, in the world that we live in right now, where lines are drawn, echo chambers are loud, and vulnerability is often masked by polish. So, I do want to ask you something today. Where do you feel that you're personally holding back? Where are you letting fear keep you small? Where could you choose curiosity or an openness instead? Maybe it's that event that you don't feel qualified to attend. Maybe it's that person from another country whose culture, language, accent, whatever intimidates you. Maybe it's that high-powered room where you're scared to speak up, but the truth is you obviously belong in every single room that you're willing to grow in. So go in, ask the questions, be open, be brave, be curious, because when you do, you don't just build relationships, you really build self-trust. Not within yourself, but obviously with others. You don't just network, you expand your worldview. You don't just learn about others, you come home to yourself. And the bonus, you start to show others how to do the same. And this is particularly important in a world full of often racial controversy, hate, and judgment. So if you're listening to this today, let it be your nudge. Ask one more question than you did yesterday. Say yes to one conversation that makes you feel just a little uncomfortable. And just see what happens. See what you feel, see what you gain, see what you learn. Because your next mentor, business partner, investor, friend, or even life-changing opportunity is probably only one question away. And you, my friend, are brave enough to ask it. So until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and as always, stay unfiltered.
Unfiltered. Like you're in another world, like you zoned out.